was that the biggest joke you have ever seen in your life? It was the most boring 2 hours, no new information, all a bunch of pile of crap. Everything was edited out. It was a Hollywood reality show made for TV production, worse than pro wrestling, right? I mean, they cut clips, they cut parts of tweets out. I mean, it was a complete lying pile of nonsense. And I tell you what, I'm going to tell you right now, that spectacle that the Democrats put on last night in the face of what is happening in this country, as I sit here today, I'm going to tell you it is going to backfire on them like nothing you've ever seen, because they really think you're stupid. That's the bottom line. The Democrats of today, the elitists that run their party, that get up there on that dais, like that guy Benny with the beard that couldn't even articulate 3 sentences in a row. These people think you are stupid. They think you're too dumb to figure this out. And look, they're going to appeal to the 30% Marxist base they've got now that basically makes up their party. But average Americans trying to put gas in their car and buy food for their family and keep up with inflation, and they see their savings deteriorating in front of their eyes, you think they're interested in that crap? It was a complete and utter joke, and I'm telling you, the timing for them couldn't be worse. Let's get to the new numbers that came out today that I'm sure you've heard. Inflation rises 8.8%. Again, economists thought it would be about 8%. So it was worse than anybody thought. Again, worse since 1981. Here the President Trump put a Truth Social out. He said just out really bad CPI. He said 8.6. It was 8.8. Worst number since December 1981. Employment numbers 6 million lower than it should be. I told you so. He says never should have happened. So in the face of rampant rising prices, with the Democrats have no answer for any of this. They have no answer for gas, no answer for oil, no answer for energy, no answer for inflation, no answer for the southern border. They have no answers, no plan for any but to spend more money and get us further behind the 8 ball with $8 trillion on the balance sheet. They put the spectacle on last night, and it was really a clown car as far as I'm concerned. Nobody could watch that and take any seriousness out of it with the nonsense as they spewed last night. But hey, let's go to the tape. We did a little compilation here. And here's Liz Cheney. By the way, when is Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney and all the Cheneys, she talked about, well, we have to protect this democracy that so many people have died for. Really? Have you ever, or your father, ever apologized for the warmongering you did in Iraq? Did you ever get on TV and say, I'm sorry for lying to the American people about WMDs in Iraq that never existed? I'm sorry for all the people that have PTSD. I'm sorry for everybody that died. I'm sorry for the moms and dads that can't see their children again because they died in that godforsaken desert for nothing or came home maimed. Did you ever one time apologize, you lying warmonger, neocon, piece of cat turd? Did you ever one time say you're sorry? No, of course not. Because this is what the Cheneys do. Roll the tape.
There's no doubt that President Trump was well aware of the violence as it developed. White House staff urged President Trump to intervene and call off the mob. Not only did President Trump refuse to tell the mob to leave the Capitol, he placed no call to any element of the United States government to instruct that the Capitol be defended. He did not call his Secretary of Defense on January 6th. He did not talk to his Attorney General. He did not talk to the Department of Homeland Security.
When the Proud Boys went back down the hill to the Peace Circle, did a larger crowd start together?
Well, no. First of all, we went round to the back and down the steps, and we took some photographs on the east side of the Capitol, and then we went for lunch. We went for tacos.
President Trump summoned the mob, assembled the mob, and lit the flame of this attack. And aware of the rioters' chance to hang Mike Pence, the president responded with this sentiment, quote, "Maybe our supporters have the right idea."
Yeah, well, you know, it's interesting that they talk nothing about the peaceful supporters that were at the eclipse, the millions of people that support President Trump and didn't even go near the grounds. They didn't. They cut the part out of President Trump's speech at the end where he said, "Go patriotic and go peacefully." Look, they can't beat him. Okay, you have to understand, folks, what is going on here. This is all about getting Trump indicted and trying to get him off the ballot in 2024. This is all this is about. They don't care whatever any other Republican wins. It could be Ron DeSantis. It could be Kristi Noem, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz. They could care less.